Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we got some updates talking about DJ Twitch, aka the late Stephen Boss, that we'll get to in a moment. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description. Couple housekeeping. It is free to follow me. If you've not already, please subscribe to this channel, Anonymous Tea. Please do not forget to subscribe to my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. I believe there's some trader videos over there and some other stuff that's going to be coming over there a little bit later. If you've not already, as long as the tickety talk lasts, I think we got a week left, allegedly. Follow me there on Anonymous Tea Podcast. And if you have not already, please follow me on the gram, so you can be up to date on all the good stuff at Anonymous Reality T. Again, all of the platforms here for you guys to follow for absolutely no cost to you. So today we are talking the late DJ Twitch, aka Stephen Boss. His best friend Manny has been one of many people, whether it's family, friends, people in the dance community, former managers, otherwise, who has been exposing the widow, Allison Holker, because she thought of this great big idea to not only release a memoir that is basically a tabloid character assassination, as far as I'm concerned, of the late Stephen Boss, right? And it created a lot of backlash. She made allegations, basically, that she combed through his journal, made SA allegations that, again, he's not here to defend himself, basically called him a drug addict, and said that she allegedly found all these things she couldn't pronounce and never heard of in his shoebox, and all of these things. Mind you, when he was found at that motel, the autopsy that was done, there was nothing that was found in his system. He had a clean bill of health, y'all. So nonetheless, it has created so much backlash. And so the friend Manny Cross said, listen, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose all of this, right? Which we're going to get to in a moment. One thing I wanted to announce is that the other fellow YouTuber content creator, Mims, is going to be doing an exclusive interview with Manny Cross and any potential family and or friends that also want to come on his platform tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Man, I hope the Eagles are done playing by then. I love watching Jalen Hurts play. I'm a huge fan. I hope the game is over by then, or I might have to have it in the background on mute or something. I don't know. But it's going to be a live interview. I think he mentioned after Manny Cross exposed this phone call that he had with Allison that is just deplorable, y'all. I mean, some of the things she said in there was absolutely deplorable. He had a conversation with Manny about the call, and because I guess some people had some confusion of some of his Marvel references and how it pertained to what he was saying in terms of what the call contained. However, Mims wanted to get more of an insight from Manny Cross's perspective, from the family's perspective, why the reaction to everything is so strong, and all some of the behind the scenes stuff that we are not privy to, that we may not know about, as to why everybody's coming out now. And so he wanted to give Manny the platform and the opportunity to really kind of provide that additional context, that additional behind the scenes, that additional information, so that everybody has, awareness. Because I don't think a lot of people are fully aware. I think some people just saw Allison's releasing a book, whoopee-doo, and didn't understand the outrage side of things. But then there's a lot of people who didn't know all this stuff was going on. They didn't know that Allison made the family sign NDAs before attending the funeral. They didn't know that Allison made the mom, Connie, sign an NDA before viewing her own son's body, y'all. Which brings me to this. In a couple of the clips of the calls that Manny Cross played, one was about the legacy of DJ Twitch, and whether or not whether Allison was going to honor his legacy. No, that was going to be a no.
it sounds like, Allison, she sounds so far removed. She sounds very annoyed, very agitated. Basically feels that she's entitled to Stephen Boss's life. Entitled to the life she would not have had it not been for Stephen Boss. She tries to diminish it and tries to make it seem like they had all these gigs and all these opportunities together, any gig that he had, she had, and that they made the same amount of money. No. Most people, they knew him before they knew you. And nonetheless, he got that Ellen gig all on his own. He got elevated to a producer on the Ellen DeGeneres show, in addition to being the DJ on the show. That had nothing to do with you. You were not there shooting with him in the gym. You wouldn't have had that nice house that you've since sold if it wasn't for him. Like it's just so crazy how far removed you are, as if you feel that you are just entitled to his life and to his money and whatever opportunities that he had, but you wouldn't even have access to any of that if it wasn't for him. Make it make sense. It's the audacity for me. So basically, she doesn't want to honor him. She doesn't want to preserve his name. She just wants access. She just wants the life, the fame, the fortune, the attention, the lifestyle. That's what she's after. And she better hope that dude she's seeing, that married man that she's seeing, isn't doing what Fantasia's second baby daddy did to her, which was go back to his wife. She better hope that's not the same situation here, where they're seeing if they can hit a lick and, try to get some additional money out of you, get some additional fame out of you, and then he's going to go back to his wife and stop the divorce. Because that's what it's giving, allegedly. Because all of this just seems way too calculated, right? Something else was on the phone call that Manny Cross exposed, which was the non-disclosure agreement. And how dare you, how could you make Stephen Boss's mother sign an NDA to the funeral, sign an NDA to view her own son's body? And she's like, oh, I don't see the big deal. I bet you didn't know this. She had to sign an NDA before. It was for, a party, an industry party or whatever. And Manny was trying to explain, okay, an industry party where there's all types of rumors, all type of allegations of what really goes down at some of these parties. Of course, a non-disclosure agreement is going to be offered for people because they don't want you to expose anything that you potentially saw at that party, even if it ends up being completely harmless. None of these celebs nowadays don't want to be in the tabloids, don't want people sneaking pictures, sneaking photos of them at these industry events. So an NDA makes sense. It's not out of the ordinary. What is out of the ordinary is making somebody's own family and friends who knew Twitch personally sign NDAs before even attending the funeral, or they couldn't go to the funeral. Or making the mom sign an NDA before she could view her son's body. Like what? If this was a Black Widow, do you know the cops would have been at her door 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago for, not even giving a care in the world that her husband didn't return home. Just showing up willy-nilly like nothing happened, removing her name, her last name 48 hours after he passes, nonchalant about his death, forcing people to sign all these NDAs, which would indicate to normal people that maybe there's something to hide. Maybe you don't want something out there that is going to expose you. It is not about preserving Twitch's memory, because preserving his memory wouldn't be putting out there SA allegations. Preserving his memory after saying y'all had the perfect marriage, y'all had the fairy tale life, now all of us saying you're entitled to this life, and that there were all these alleged problems all of a sudden. Now that it's time to sell a book. Now claiming previously, oh, I'm not going to profit off this. I'm not trying to exploit anything. But the nonprofit that you are saying this alleged proceeds are all going to go to is basically going back to yourself. But she seems to think that making somebody sign an NDA of their own relative, of their own son, of their own family members, of their own friends is the same thing as signing an NDA to go to a Hollywood party. And she's trying to rattle off some invisible resume that nobody has heard of. Manny is trying to tell her, listen, looky here, I am in the industry. I've got receipts. What contracts are you talking about? What jobs are you talking about? Because everything came from Steven. She is out of order. She is absolutely out of line. She is so angry and so upset that she thought that she was going to have all this access, all this fame, all this fortune, and it is going on 3 years later, and nobody is trying to feature her nonsense. And the only time she gets into the news is when it pertains to Steven Boss, aka DJ Twitch, and she cannot handle it. She cannot handle it, and she's pissed off. Because who would get pissed off? It's somebody exposing their vulnerable moments in a journal. That meant that it was private thoughts that they were having, that they were not ready to share with the world, let alone you. And you took it upon yourself to be so arrogant and narcissistic and thinking that exposing this is quote unquote helping your mental health? No. You wanted to embarrass and humiliate this man in death, and he is not here to defend himself. And here's the thing as well. Nobody is defending what happened in terms of him allegedly unaliving himself. But the problem that is happening, that is emerging, is there is a lot of suspect behavior going on. A lot of behavior that is not adding up. The math is not mathing. A lot of things are not making sense, and you have so much anger and hatred towards this man that basically was working his behind off to provide for you, provide for the family, adopted your oldest child, all of these things, and you do not care. You just want to be with, quote, the love of your life and rake in all of the money off of Steven Boss. And you think the family and the friends are not going to say anything? You think the family and the friends are not going to come for you and drag you for making them and forcing them into being silent all this time? Oh, no. No. Not going to happen. Not on their watch. Absolutely not on their watch. But nonetheless, that was really the main thing for me that I kind of got out of the recordings, and I'm hoping there's like a little bit more context that Manny can explain. And here's the thing, you know, Manny's not somebody who's a content creator or a social media influencer or that sort of thing. So this will be nice. It's going to be a professional interview type of style environment to where Mims can ask the questions that people want the answers to, and then from there, you can have your opinion on it, right? But my thing really was, really since Steven Boss died, because I had followed a lot of his career. So for me, it was shocking, not only that he passed, but the way that he passed, but it was just alarming to me on how detached this wife was and how quickly this wife wanted to erase everything about this man, never wanted to discuss him again, pretended initially that she was going to do everything she could to, preserve him and preserve his legacy and say nothing but good things about him. And it's done a complete 180 behind the scenes. She hates this man. She hates this man and wants to get back at him in way of this tell-all book, in way of the things that she's revealing in this tell-all book, because it's definitely not a memoir. It's definitely not about her life. Her intent is for her to paint her, late husband as something that he never was. And you thought by doing that you were going to get sympathy and that this was going to catapult you to a certain level of success and fame and glory. And instead, it has resulted in nothing but backlash, nothing but negativity. And then you had the audacity to throw out your daughter in hopes that that was going to make people change their minds about you. And it made people more disgusted with you, that you weren't even woman enough to get in front of a camera and say an apology and give a proper explanation on why you were moving so mad. And you done pissed off the wrong people who have recordings of you, who are going to expose you, people in the industry who are going to make sure that you are blackballed, and people who work, with various companies and organizations. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I am telling y'all, there is going to be a documentary about this. Whether it is on Netflix, Embassy, wherever. There is going to be a documentary exposing Allison now. And exposing how diabolical her behavior has been. And how out of order her behavior has been for having the audacity to do this. And trying to make it seem like, the kids have the grandmother's number. They can call her if they want to, da-da-da-da-da. As if you're probably not feeding them, reasons for them not to contact their grandmother. Like, it's so weird. But on the flip side, on the contrary, what Manny pointed out, you have no problem exposing these kids to your new man and his family. So obviously, you don't give a bleep about Stephen Boss's family, or otherwise, you would have made it a point to make sure that they still had an opportunity to bond and continue on those relationships. But you hate Stephen Boss and everything associated with him. And this is how you speak to his closest friend that has known y'all for all these years? That's how you talk to him? You want nothing to do with the Boss name. Not his family, nothing but his money and his clout and his access and all the people who loved him. That's what you want. You wanted his fame, his life, his money that you feel entitled to. And because that's not working out for you, you had to resort to this book. And this book is, basically creating all types of negativity, all types of backlash. You can't handle it. You tried to usher out your daughter and that completely flopped. And now all of a sudden you're trying to, pick up the pieces and do all this other nonsense. No. Now it is going to end badly. And now there's even attorneys who are going to, reach out, or if they've not already, that are going to try to assist anybody associated, with Stephen Boss that received these NDAs to figure out, okay, what can we do for free to make sure that Allison isn't just out here doing what she's doing right now with this book. And don't be surprised if a class action lawsuit comes out of this for just flat out defamation and slander of somebody that we have never had any receipts on. And this person is not here to defend themselves or to confirm or deny these new allegations that have just kind of come out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden that you need money. No. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.